Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This pick a card reading is going to look into your person's heart. We want to see what's going on in there. We want to see what's in their heart for you and for the connection. So I have 4 stacks here on the table. If you haven't had a chance to choose a stack as of yet, by all means, please go back to the very beginning of the video. There are timestamps where you can pause for silent meditation, take as much time as you need to in order to choose a stack that you feel drawn to. Now, if during that time you feel led to pick more than one stack, please listen to your intuition in that regard. Go ahead and pick more than one stack if that is what you feel led to do, because that's perfectly okay. Now, readings are timeless, so whether you watch it now at the upload time or months from now, a couple years from now, it doesn't really matter. Whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel that nudge to watch, there probably will most likely be a message there for you. With love readings, especially, roles can be reversed, flip-flopped, interchangeable, vice versa. There might be instances where something might talk more about you. There might be things that would describe perhaps more about your person. So consider that when watching. And also, if something doesn't fit, please don't make it fit, because at the end of the day, readings are general and I can't expect to connect with every person watching. So many of you come from different walks of life and have different journeys, so I can't expect it to connect with everyone. In the event that this pick a card though does not resonate for you, please feel free to check out my pick a card playlist, because I have a bunch of readings there. You might indeed find another that will resonate better for you. And in the event that I'm not the reader for you at all, that's okay too, because YouTube has so many other readers out there. I'm pretty sure there'll be somebody who has the messages that you're looking for this time around. So with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. We're going to get directly into stack number 1. Stack number 1. You chose this card here. It says labor on it. I'm just going to put that off to the side. We will incorporate that into the reading as soon as I get everything on the table. So let's see. Your person's heart for you. What's going on in their heart for you? Okay. It says, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. All right. It says a spider. Be meticulous and patient. 2 of Wands. 5 of Wands. Okay. It says seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference perhaps. Taking a break, not necessarily a break up, just time apart, allow for new perspectives, center, and to meditate. And then it says on guard. Competing for someone, at an impasse, guarded, need space, takes time, skilled interaction. All right, well, the fact that the on guard energy showed up with the seduction, which kind of talks about a third-party interference, and then this one talks about competing. All right, we do have the 5 of Wands here, which also talks about competition. So there's like 3 cards here that are emphasizing competition. So it kind of feels like your person feels they have to compete for your energy, your time. Maybe you're already involved with somebody. Obviously, we're asking about their heart. So they kind of feel like this is a competition between maybe them and someone else. We do have the 2 of Wands. So I have to wonder if there's someone else in the picture, or they perhaps perceive or think there is someone else in the picture, and that they have competition when it comes to you. They're trying to stay optimistic about the connection, trying to stay positive about it, because there's something about this that they feel that if they were patient, that it might turn out for the best, in other words. So if there is someone else in your life, or they assume or think that there is, maybe there isn't, but they just might assume that, it can create a little bit of a conflict in their own head and heart, or in their mind, with this 5 of Wands, because the 5 of Wands can sometimes talk about internal conflicts as well as external conflicts with others or in your environment. So there is the potential that for some of you, maybe you aren't seeing somebody, but they just assume that you have other suitors. For some of you, you might actually be in a relationship already, and this person that has their eye on you, or maybe the person that you're inquiring about, they have their heart set on you, but you might already be with somebody, and that's where the competition or perhaps the third-party interference comes in. All right, but there's definitely an attraction here. Your person definitely feels an attraction here. Maybe there's been lots of flirting. Again, if you're not with them, or perhaps you're not with them in a sense that you're not actually physically in a relationship with them. Maybe that's what you do for now. Maybe you're just dating. Maybe you are just flirting. Maybe you are just hooking up. Perhaps it hasn't gotten serious to the point where, you know, it's a solid full-on relationship as of yet, but it does feel like if it isn't, it's because there's other factors involved. Some of them could be circumstantial with that Five of Wands, especially. Other situations could definitely involve another person. It does kind of feel like if you guys aren't seeing each other, or if you guys are taking time apart, right? Maybe taking apart from talking, maybe you took a break from talking or from dating or from being together, whatever the case may be. Your person kind of has the vibe that maybe you're onto other things, or you're seeing other people, and it's like, I'll just have to wait kind of thing until the smoke clears, or until I find out more information. That's what this kind of feels like. And I say that having to wait until they find out more information, or till the smoke clears, because of this spider energy. It says be meticulous and patient. So it kind of feels like your person may be on the sidelines, just waiting for things to start to make sense before they start to come forward again. It kind of feels like your person wants to work on this situation, even if there is conflict with that Five of Wands. Even though they might be or feel that they're at an impasse with that Two of Wands, it still feels like they want to work on this. Okay, so there's several different scenarios that I'm picking up from this reading. I think some of it has to do with assumption. Again, if they believe that you have other suitors, and maybe they're just waiting for, you know, that to kind of filter itself out in order for them to make a move. Or it could be that you actually have somebody and they're waiting for that situation to be over so they can make a move. Either way, there's tons of attraction here. There may be flirting. You guys maybe aren't talking right now as much as you once were, or maybe there's a little bit of a break for now because, again, if you're seeing other people, or if there's someone else in the picture, or if they assume so, maybe they've fallen off the map because they think that. And I'm getting that from this energy, but definitely the idea of like waiting. I don't know, this is strange. Waiting their turn. That's kind of what I'm feeling from this. And they're just being meticulous, waiting for their moment to strike with that spider energy. They're just sitting on the side here, but nonetheless, they see something sweet and valuable about this connection, because the honey does talk about success. The bees are a symbol of success. We have the energy of labor here, which, you know, again, the idea if there's other people and there's competition, somebody could be a busy bee. You know, it could also be that maybe your person is dating other people and you guys are not together at the moment because you guys went separate ways to maybe figure out where you stand or how you feel. And maybe you're both in a situation where you're dating other people for now and trying to stay optimistic about this connection in the long term, maybe to find your way back together. So that's another way of looking at these cards. And sometimes I feel like I could see so many different scenarios in here, and I'm afraid to always leave one out because you never know if it'll apply to somebody. So I apologize if it looks like or feels like I'm giving too many different scenarios here, but I'm kind of seeing them. So I don't want to leave anything out. So it says there's a need for a new perspective on this situation. And again, I can't help but think of that maybe there is a little bit of waiting on the side or waiting it out so that way you can gain a new perspective on what's really happening. Nonetheless, there's this optimism at the end where they still feel a need to kind of like keep you in heart and in mind. And I'm getting that from this, right? Keep you in heart and mind. So when things kind of filter themselves out or cool down, or somebody's head gets sorted and somebody decides that they know what they want, they're available. Okay, that's the kind of feeling that I'm getting from this. Again, energies of needing space, right? Not necessarily taking a break, just some time apart to allow for a new perspective. It says at an impasse, right? We have that Two of Wands, which is confirming the impasse energy. Somebody needs some space, takes time, you know? So it kind of does feel like there's some of you are not with this particular person, and maybe during that break, some of you are dating around. Nonetheless, attraction is still there. Your person still feels that attraction. That Two of Wands kind of feels like also this vibe of, do I stay, do I go? Because when you're in a Two of Wands energy, you're at this precipice of do I go left, do I go right? What path do I choose? And sometimes with the Two of Wands, you don't make a choice, okay? Kind of like the Two of Swords. Sometimes you don't make a choice. You sit there and you wait until something becomes clear to you. That could also be why the meticulous and patient energy of the Spider is here, because it doesn't feel like it's the right time to move forward or to do anything at the moment, despite the fact that there's attraction there, despite the fact that there is this feeling of wanting to make it work again, but it feels like it's not the right time to take action. So someone feels kind of holding on in place for now, because there's no really discernible way to go at the moment with that Two of Wands. The Two of Wands sometimes can talk about an ultimatum as well. Now, that could be if there was something going on with you and your person and there was an ultimatum. That could be why also you're taking a break until somebody understands what they want to do. There is a conflict in the heart and the head, perhaps the Five of Wands. Something that's conflicting them. But I don't think they've let go of this connection. Their heart is still kind of set on it. Their heart is set on the idea of making this work or bringing it together or settling the differences, because that Five of Wands sometimes talks about that conflict where you're not seeing eye to eye all the time. You butt heads, you kind of disagree or agree to disagree, and it kind of creates this little bit of an unstable environment. So I still don't think, though, even with the instability that you guys maybe have experienced together, it doesn't take away from the fact that your person's heart is still optimistic, wants to work on it. They're deep down trying to be patient until things make themselves clear. There's still attraction, despite the fact that you guys maybe are apart, perhaps even dating other people, even if they're assuming that you have someone else, or maybe you assume they have somebody else. Nonetheless, there's still this desire to kind of want to move forward with that Two of Wands, just being unsure of what that next step is. So kind of letting the smoke settle for now, until something makes itself known in order for you to make progress with each other. Because when I think of that Labor card, I definitely do think about a work in progress. So honestly, with stack number 1, I do feel that your relationship with your person is indeed a work in progress. Okay, so let's see if we can get some final oracles here. Okay, what was that? I just saw one flip over. Did you? Yeah, I did. All right. It says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories that you have shared with those that you love. So this could be a matter of, like, not wanting to take anything for granted, kind of just be in the moment, be present. Oh, secret admirer. See, someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. And if you are in the midst of a break with your person, again, they still feel this. They might feel a little unstable or conflicted. Again, trying to be patient, trying to wait this out, maybe give it some time. There's still attraction, but it's like, what do you do for now? So they're kind of feeling like I said, at an impasse with the situation or the relationship. Again, if there's other people involved, that could explain why. But if there were some differences and you guys couldn't see eye to eye, that could also be why. But nonetheless, this relationship is definitely a work in progress. And the idea that their heart still wants to work on it says a lot. Okay, so let me go ahead and grab a song for you. I haven't done this. It's been like a couple weeks since I grabbed my playlist here in a reading. But I do want to indeed open that up for you guys. If you are not familiar with this process on my channel, what I do is I open up my like songs, right? Hold on here. I have 692 songs in my like songs. So what I do is open up my like songs, okay, and I grab a song for you guys to help with this reading or to add further detail to the reading. What I say is, hopefully there'll be some messages for you in the lyrics or in the title of the video or title of the song itself. If there isn't, if it doesn't connect for you, that's fine. Don't let it take away from the reading. At least I introduced you to some new music, okay? So I have the shuffle, right, where I'm going to click that. It's going to show up down here. The title of the song and the artist will show up down here. So let's see if we can get a song to help with this reading. Oh, I freaking love this song. I love this song. It does apply. Oh my gosh, it does apply. Arctic Monkeys, heck yeah, this is my jam. So if I were you, I would seriously look this up. This song is a masterpiece, okay? As many times as I listen to it, it never freaking gets old. So, oh my gosh, I'm singing it in my head right now, but I don't want to put the volume up because I can get a copyright strike, okay? But yeah, this is definitely them debating whether you are with other people or not, okay? In the midst of perhaps taking a break. So I would look this up. This is one of my most favorite songs on the entire planet. Never gets old. All right, so stack number 1, this is your reading. I will leave you here, sending you much love. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, click that bell for notification to support this channel so you never miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box down below. All you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading with me at any time. So much love to you. Take care. And I'll see you soon. Stack number 2, you chose the gift card. And I will incorporate that into the reading in just a moment. I want to get everything out on the table first. So we're looking at your person's heart towards you. So what's in your person's heart for you? Let's take a look. All right, it says, release your ex. The time has come for you to clear your energy. The gate, a barrier keeps you from your goal. Okay. The death card. The strength, that could be a Leo, so maybe you or your person. It says cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Rewrite your story. It says rewrite your life story to how you would like it to be. Release, feel peace now, sleep subliminals. Okay. And it says the other, an admirer from afar, a fork in the road, options. Interested, another, or I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, another man or woman, perhaps. All right, so your person's hard for you. It kind of feels like they're trying to release you, or they feel that there's a barrier between you and them at the moment. Perhaps there was an ending or separation here with the death card, maybe some major change or transformation that maybe took a toll on the connection in some way and has placed like a wall between you is kind of what I'm getting from this. I think their heart, they're trying to release you. They're trying to kind of clear their energy, but I really don't think they're having a good time of it, because we have the strength energy over here. We have the cassette. The strength energy is basically having that fortitude, that strength, that resilience to try to get through a tough time. So I kind of feel like if there's an ending or separation in the connection, they haven't had as easy of a time of it. Maybe you don't realize that. They're maybe struggling with some things, struggling with the changes, maybe the change that it initiated, because sometimes, you know, soulmate connections or the people that come into our lives, they initiate a lot of change. It could be a catalyst for our growth. So it kind of does feel like maybe, and I guess it's just because of the depiction on this card, like, woe was me, right? So it kind of feels like they've been going through that. I think you were a major catalyst for their growth in some way. They've been trying to heal, release, free themselves from the connection. There's a barrier there between you that can't really get past. It always, whenever I see this card, it reminds me of Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, right? He says, you shall not pass. So it kind of feels like that maybe you have placed that barrier, maybe you need to set healthy boundaries, right? And maybe they feel that. And that, I think, is actually taking a toll on them in some way. They struggle to release it, struggle to maybe get past it. It created a major change in their life that they've had to kind of evolve from. It has not been easy, though, with that strength energy. Not at all. It's been a lesson in kind of transmuting their lower vibrational frequencies, trying to transmute the pain, the gunk, the shadow, all these things to try to alchemize that and to get on top of it, right? That is the energy of the strength card, where we kind of have to tame our wildness, to tame our shadow a bit. And I think that's what they've been doing all this time. But I feel stack number 2 viewer, this is their heart, and this is kind of what they have on their heart for you, because it kind of feels like they're acknowledging with these cards. They might be acknowledging in themselves that you were that major shift and change in their life that they needed, even though it might have hurt like heck. Okay. The cassette energy talks about replaying things over in the head, right? So I could definitely see this as them thinking about you a lot, replaying events of what happened, what didn't, what was said, what wasn't said. They were replaying those things in their mind. Maybe they look over old messages and kind of try to analyze them, replaying the conversations in their mind as far as, what went wrong, what went down, what could have been done different. So it is a lot of this repeat energy, and it could have something to do with music. So maybe they connect with you or connected with you through music. But I don't think they can get you out of their head. And ironically enough, I'm going to pull a song at the end of this reading for you. So it's kind of cool that the little cassette tape showed up. But nonetheless, their mind is on going in circles, on a loop, on repeat. And it kind of feels like torture. Like they're torturing themselves, because it's like, I think they're just kicking themselves maybe for some of the things that they said or the way they handled it. Again, the struggle feels real over here. It really does. And you are blocked off from them in some way. You might have literally blocked them on social media, maybe blocked the phone number or something. They've been trying to release it, but I think I'm feeling guilt, and I don't know why, because I don't have like a 5 of Cups here or anything like that. There's a couple cards that I would look at for that. But I'm kind of getting that vibe because of this overthinking energy, and then the struggle of the strength with the death. Like that's a hard combination to have. So it does feel like your person is going through it. They do need to, over this energy here, amend the narrative in their head. This is what I'm getting from this card. They need to release it. It feels like a little bit of self-sabotaging energy from this card. Like, it almost feels like they're not compassionate with the way they talk to themselves. That's why it's saying you need to rewrite your story. Start speaking how you want it to be rather than focus on how it's not. Right? That's why there's sleep subliminals here. It's like kind of like needing to reprogram their mind in some way, because they are running around in circles here with this cassette on repeat, maybe feeling shame or sadness for how it went down. And they want peace, but they're struggling with that. And then it says, as an admirer from afar. So yeah, like I said, you are blocked off from them in some way. Their heart is still hyper focused on you, having regrets. They still admire you from afar. They might see you with other people, and that also makes them feel worse. So they might not, with this energy here, they might not be able to handle the idea of you being with somebody else. And they definitely are at a fork in the road in their own life, it kind of feels. But it does feel like you initiated some of this major change and transformation in themselves, that it's kind of feeling like the wake-up call that they needed. Like you were the wake-up call that they needed, or you were the catalyst for their growth that they needed. Even though it was hard, it was something that they needed. But they're struggling to release the connection. It could be a very strong or tough energetic connection that they have to you and you to them. You might even yourself still feel that. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what exactly was the reason for this ending with the death energy. It does talk about, a closure, or maybe even needing closure. Maybe your person needs closure. That's why they struggle. But nonetheless, the death card does talk about a major shift, change, transition, and it's one that you can't avoid. It was like an inevitable, but it was one almost that was necessary. So it kind of feels like I want to say to you, hey, the relationship or the connection was tough, but it was almost necessary to evolve and grow, maybe on your own individual journeys, especially with that death card. It is a metamorphosis energy. So again, the idea of you guys kind of initiating that metamorphosis in each other through this connection. The gift card, though, the thing about this card is that you guys kind of had maybe set intentions with each other or plant seeds, you know, thinking about the future with this energy. This does talk about abundance and prosperity, but not only that, it does talk about the ideas or the seeds that you plant, metaphorically or metaphysically. Okay, so it does kind of feel like this was a future maybe that you guys had hoped for in some way. Maybe somebody is trying to manifest you back. Maybe you're in your heart of hearts perhaps wants to, you know, manifest them back as well. Again, if you're planting a seed, you're setting the intention for something. So I can't help but think that maybe your person, even though you're blocked, maybe you're not with them, it ended, you know, it is what it is. Maybe they still in their heart of hearts wants to manifest something back with you with this gift. Nonetheless, I could also see this as maybe you were the gift. You were the gift that they didn't know that they needed or that they had in front of them all along and they were too blind to see it. Okay. I kind of feel like with this energy here that, you know, whatever ending that you guys had, it might have came from some form of communication, because this lady's holding a letter and she seems really distraught over it. So it might have been in the form of communication that brought everything to an end, or some piece of information that was brought to somebody's awareness and then brought that connection to an end. I definitely feel that that it's over for some of you. Whoever's watching stack number 2, I don't think this is a connection that you're in at the moment. I think this is a connection perhaps that you said goodbye to, or somebody, you know, walked away from, that kind of thing. But nonetheless, it's been tough. Might have been, you know, it feels like it's really rough on your person, because we're asking about their heart, what's in their heart for you, for the connection. I think you blew their heart wide open, and it's been a struggle ever since. And it's only kind of feeling like after the fact that they can, that they're still trying to wrap their head around it. So let's see if we can get some final oracle cards, and I'm going to grab a song for you, stack number 2. Okay. It says, it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. So it could be that your person is hyper focused on you at the moment. It says balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So yeah, it's been a challenge, and we can see that here with the Strength card for sure. So let's see, it's been a challenge for them, maybe even for you too. So let's take a look at my playlist here. And for you guys who are not aware of what I do with my phone in my readings, I use the shuffle option on my phone to gather more information or details in regards to your, you know, or to add to your messages, kind of like divination on your shuffle play option on your phone. I open up my playlist. I have right now 692 songs on my playlist. I open that up. So what I do is I click the shuffle button. The song comes up down here. There could be a message right away in the lyrics and or the title of the song. Okay, so let me rephrase that. There could be a message right away just in the title of the song alone. If that's not the case, look up the lyrics. What I say is that if the song doesn't apply, also don't let that rob you of the reading or take away from it. Because if it doesn't work or it doesn't connect for you in any way, that's fine. Because at the end of the day, I just introduced you to some new music. So it's a win-win either way. Especially if you're a music lover like me. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can get a song to accompany this reading. Perhaps give us some more messages or additional detail. Let's see. So I'm going to click shuffle. And again, it's going to come up down here at the bottom. All right, so let's see. Oh, darn it. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to have the volume down. All right, so I hope I don't get a copyright strike, but nonetheless, it is You Remind Me by Mary J. So this is my generation. Obviously, I was a teen in the early 90s. So this is when this jam came out. It was like one of the best things ever. I love Mary J. But I would definitely look that up. There would probably be some lyrics there for you. So it says, you remind me. So there could be something about you that basically constantly reminds them of you. Okay. So hold on one second here. There could be little things that constantly remind you or remind them of you, and they can't literally, like with this here, can't get you out of their head. So I'm thinking that's what that's about. But nonetheless, look up the lyrics as well, okay? So stack number 2, this is your reading. I will leave you here. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, click that bell for notification to support this channel and so you never miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box down below. It's just a matter of checking me out on Etsy, seeing what readings I have available, and you can book a reading whenever you feel guided to. So much love and blessings to you, stack number 2 viewers. I'll leave you here. Be well, take care, be safe wherever you are. Much love and keep shining. Stack number 3. You chose this card here. It says time on it. I will incorporate that into the reading as we go along. I just want to get everything on the table first. So we're looking at today what's in your person's heart for you, for the connection, and all that good stuff. Let's take a look. All right. It says getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Seduction, passion, and romance await, right? The key, locked doors can now be opened. All right, so we have the 6 of Swords. The Star, okay, so somebody might be an Aquarian with the star energy there. Star, and then we have the Runner. It says runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Leveling up, it says you deserve the best, major improvement, doing inner work, dealings with past hurts. Cheers. Looks like a 2 of Cups, right? With the 2 little champagne glasses. It says new beginnings, anniversary, milestone, date, celebration, meeting new people, happiness. Okay. So, your person's heart for you, basically, it kind of feels like they're ready for more. They want to level up the connection. They want to continue to get to know you better. This feels like an energy where it's a little on the newer side, or... yeah, I definitely feel this is newer. I mean, there could be an instance where somebody ran away from you and they're looking to run back after some time. That could definitely be it. But nonetheless, it's like there's this desire for more in the connection, to level it up, to open doors or opportunities in the love department with you, perhaps that were not available to them before. So for whatever reason, it does kind of feel like maybe this was somebody that's been waiting for a chance with you. Because this card is kind of giving me that vibe, because it says locked doors can now be opened. So their heart was waiting for an opportunity to pounce. I'm not sure why I'm getting that vibe, but they want to level this up. They want to have something with you. They want to connect with you. They want to get to know you better. They want to form a bond. So their heart is ready to form bonds with you, to see where it can go, right? To reveal each other, I guess, most deepest, darkest desires is kind of what I'm getting from this. Basically not hold anything back. There's a little bit of vulnerability that comes from this little passage here. You know, as you reveal your innermost selves, you open, you basically open yourselves up to each other. Your bond will deepen because of it. So I like that here. And your person doesn't feel like they're afraid to do that. They're going to take the time to get to know you. Yeah, there will be some passion involved, but that's part of the process. They're hoping that maybe you would allow them to unlock your heart, right? It's like giving them the key to your heart in some way. They're hoping that they can accomplish this with some time. They know it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. I think they're well aware of that. And not only that, with this little mountain energy, sometimes a mountain can talk about obstacles or feeling like you have an uphill battle to climb and all of that stuff, but it's not like it can't be achieved, right? So they know it's going to take a little bit of time. They're willing to put in that work or that effort to climb that mountain. Even if you make it hard for them, they're willing to put in the work to do that. Anything that's good takes time, right? Good things, what they say, good things come to those who wait. So it's that kind of feeling with them. It could be that if they're feeling it's going to take some time to maybe win you over or woo you, it's probably because with the 6 of Swords energy, somebody walked away from something or left something recently that was a little tumultuous. That 6 of Swords is always looking for clarity, peace of mind, calm. They're wanting, that 6 of Swords is wanting to get away from something that was a little bit shaky and feel at ease. So I am feeling from this that it's this feeling of wanting to win your trust, or that you would have confidence in them over time, that you can feel at ease and have peace of mind with them because of that Six of Swords. There's something about this connection with the star that feels divinely led, guided, and protected. It is a matter of faith and hope. So again, their heart has hope that with time they can win you over, that they can earn your trust, that you will feel comfortable and at ease and at peace and, calm with them enough to relinquish a little bit of your heart. And this does, with that key, kind of feels like the key to your heart. They're hoping to win that. It's going to take some time, but they're up for the challenge, right? Because climbing a mountain would be a challenge, and we do have that here with the time. So we have the runner here, and I wonder if that speaks about somebody's innermost fears about getting close to somebody. Because it does say fear of intimacy, maybe the ego gets in the way, or fears will get in the way of a relationship. Again, with that card, I could also go back to the idea that where an opportunity with you was closed off, they're hoping, especially if you haven't been with this person a while, or this is somebody from the past, they're hoping that that door can be open now, whereas before it wasn't available to them. The chance with you wasn't available to them before. They're hoping that it will be now. Maybe they ran away from it in the past. Maybe you ran away from it in the past, but there was some kind of fear of intimacy, or getting hurt, or getting too close, or allowing them, someone to be vulnerable enough to reach the heart space with this card here. The leveling up does, again, just emphasize the fact that somebody wants more. That they want improvement, they want to level up in the connection. Again, if there were past hurts, and maybe people, someone ran away out of fear because of previous hurts, this is a matter of like working on those things, healing them, dealing with them, so that way they don't hold the connection back anymore. So again, if somebody ran away from the other person, there's a desire here in the heart to not have that happen again. The healing energy and moving away from the past hurts, again, comes from the Six of Swords. So if you, number 3, as the viewer, were the person who had experienced the Six of Swords energy, where you're trying to walk away from the past or leave something in the past that was tumultuous. Now here you're moving into a new situation. Again, your person knows that it's going to take time to win you over, to gain your trust, and all of that stuff. And it's going to take time for you to heal. The idea, again, that they are willing to put in the work to gain that, to open up your heart, to win you over, to get to know you, to gain your trust, to bond with you. So their heart wants to be able to earn that. That's what this feels like. And they have faith in the connection here with the star. And it could be a divinely connected one as well. The star energy to me is really powerful sometimes with relationships, because if you get that, it kind of, it does feel like otherworldly energy, like the connection could seriously be otherworldly. So it's not just run-of-the-mill. It's definitely something that's very otherworldly, maybe even something that surpasses time and space, if you're open to that idea. This also indicates that your person, they really do look up at you, or they look at you like this bright, shiny star. They see you shining. They see you have a glow about you. They're attracted to that. They might even maybe idealize you in some way with the star. They might even think that you might be out of their league in some way with the star energy, because stars are kind of out of reach. We look at them at night, they shine beautifully, they draw our attention, yet we can't reach them. They are kind of out of our league in a sense. No matter how beautiful they are, we can't really do a go-go gadget arm. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that 80s cartoon. I'm showing my age here, but if you've ever watched Go-Go Gadget, or Gadget, Inspector Gadget, he had these arms that would kind of retract and then like, you know, go in and out, but they were long and it was weird. Anyway, that's kind of this idea. No matter how, you can have the longest arms in the world, like Go-Go Gadget, and you're not going to be able to reach a star. So it kind of feels like maybe your person thinks you're the most beautiful thing in the world, most attractive person in the world, and, you know, you're slightly out of their league in some way, but nonetheless, they're going to try anyway. You have the cheers, again, wanting something new with you, wanting to reach milestones, level up with you, have happiness with you. This kind of feels like a Two of Cups energy for sure. But your person wants to put in the work, the time, the effort to open up your heart. What was once closed to them, if you were closed off to them, they're hoping that you would, you know, slowly open up to them a little bit more. Maybe one of you is like trying to get over past hurts, but nonetheless, you know, trying to put in the effort here to create a new connection, get to know someone, drop your walls just a little bit, allow yourself to be seduced, allow yourself to be loved a little bit, maybe not run from love anymore or be scared of it, because this could be something really special. Okay, so let's take a look at some final oracle cards, and then I'm going to grab a song. Whoa, okay. Look at that, new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So yeah, there is a new opportunity here for love. Again, it says new beginnings. So this card that flew out basically just confirms that here. So this might be a very, very new relationship. And it's a matter of just giving it time, letting it unfold organically, right? And it says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So that's very, very accurate. So let's see if we can get a song. So for those of you who are not familiar with what I do here on my channel, there are times when I will get my phone and use it as a form of divination. I have about 600, well, as of now, 692 songs on my liked playlist. So right there. Okay, so I open that up and I'll click this button here for a song. The song will come up down here. There may be a message in the title of the song right away. And if there isn't, I always recommend please to go look up the lyrics because there'll be additional messages there. Also, if the song doesn't connect at all, that's fine. You know, don't let it rob you of the reading or take away from it in any way. Because if it doesn't connect, no big deal. At least I introduced you to some new music, right? And that's a win in itself. So let's see if we can get a song to accompany this reading, maybe give us a little bit more messages through it. So let's see what we can get. Let it all go. So right there is kind of tying into the idea, if there was anything like a fear of intimacy, if there was maybe a bad relationship somebody's trying to get past or move over or get over, that might be what your person is willing to help you overcome. Like I said, it's the feeling of wanting to regain your trust again in some way. Maybe they want you to let go of the past so that way you can move on with them. There is a new beginning here with them, I feel. Okay, so it says let it all go, Rhodes and Birdie. So that would be your song, stack number 3. I would recommend looking that up, checking out the lyrics to see what else it says. Just from the title alone, it kind of does give a message, okay? So this is your reading. If you feel that this has connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. To support this channel, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, clicking that bell for notifications so you never miss a video. Also, and if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box down below. All you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you can book a reading whenever you feel guided to. So much love and blessings to you, stack number 3 viewers. Wherever you are in the world, please be safe. Take care. Much love and keep shining. Stack number 4, you chose the Fear card. I'm just going to put that off to the side. I will incorporate that into the reading the further we go along. We're looking at your person's heart. So what's in your person's heart for you, for the connection, for the relationship? Let's take a look. All right, so we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, I move my phone out of the way. All right, it says past life relationship. You have known each other before. The Shield, you are safe from harm. All right, we have the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. This is the Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, and working on it. Okay. Emotional intimacy, so healing relationship with self or inner child precedes successful relationships. Love is energy. And then it says game face, taking things very seriously, a competition, the look, giving somebody the look, in it to win it, fake it till you make it. All right, put your game face on. All right, so stack number 4 viewers, their heart for you, they feel the love for sure. I have to wonder if maybe they have let some fears get in the way, and maybe with this energy here, perhaps sabotage a connection at some point, because this does talk about sabotage, and then we have the fear energy here, so I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. But I mean, perhaps your person has had to heal their inner child, heal their inner self. Boy, I'm getting all tongue-tied. They've had to heal their inner child wounds. Perhaps this is something that they have needed to overcome or challenge themselves with in order to make any relationship work. You know, that it's not even anything personal. It's more or less, if they don't fix this, you know, they're going to struggle forever to have a successful relationship. And that's what this card is saying. But it kind of feels like your connection, it kind of feels like a past life agreement because of this energy. The fact that there's so much love here, yet there's this interconnectedness like woven through time and space. And it does feel that your connection to them, their connection to you was definitely one that was needed for lots of growth and inner work and inner healing, maybe even healing the shadow, healing the inner child. So I think your person's heart truly recognizes, from this spread here, they recognize the role that you play in their life and the role that maybe they even perhaps played in yours. There is a little bit of a defense mechanism up with the Nine of Wands, possibly towards the connection that might also have to do with fear. Maybe, again, they self-sabotage their relationships because they just don't know how to deal with love and the intimacy of it all and what that takes to have a healthy relationship. But a lot of that stuff, it kind of feels like with this energy here, maybe comes from childhood wounds or trauma. The Nine of Wands, though, is a wounded warrior. So the Nine of Wands energy has been through some things, but it's an energy that's willing to, you know, fight if it has to, stand guard if it has to, give it one more go if it has to. So I really do feel like your person might still have some fight left in them when it comes to this correct connection, because there is true love here. The interconnectedness of your relationship or your union in some way with this past life can't really be ignored. You can try to cut the cord, you can try to release yourself from them, but there's always going to be this thing that ties you together. So for that alone, it might be something worth fixing or rebuilding once you're both healed, because it does definitely emphasize the need for healing in order to have success. And your person kind of feels like they can rebuild something with you. Maybe if you work on it, you persist and don't give up on the connection, it can be healed, it can be fixed. It's just a matter of, do you have what it takes, right? Are they going to take it seriously? It kind of feels like they're ready to take it seriously. Maybe their own wounds and issues from the past maybe had them tear things down that really, you know, like, it's almost like this feeling of, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why do you make these choices? I don't know why I'm hearing this, but it's kind of like this feeling of somebody looking at the other person and being like, why are you doing this? Why are you making it so hard? Why are you making it so difficult? It doesn't have to be this way, like that kind of thing. And a lot of times when it's that sabotage, right? Somebody sabotages something or makes it complicated when it really doesn't have to be, is because it's fear. Okay, it's the fear. that creates the thing in their head much bigger than what it really is in reality. So I think with this energy, they might have allowed fear to ruin the connection or sabotage it in some way, even though there was so much love here, and maybe someone had a lot of patience for them. And maybe someone else perceived it as not being or taking the connection very seriously. But with time and healing, right, they might be willing to compete for the love now or win the connection back in some way or fight for it in general. So, but their heart, with these two cards again, acknowledges the connection and the depth of it. There is a foundation that can be built on with this connection, but somebody's gonna have to fight for it. That's why the game face is here, right? Somebody's gonna have to fight for it. Ten of Pentacles can talk about a marriage or a long-term commitment, life partner material. But it also feels like somebody needs to heal and grow a little bit in order to establish this with the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles can be a marriage, commitments that are built up over time invested, energy given to them. So this, with the Ten of Pentacles, like, could be a matter of, do you have what it takes to build this Ten of Pentacles with your person? To build up to that. And if your person has healed, by the looks of it here, they're on a healing journey in their heart. When they're ready to come out of their shell from this healing journey, it feels like after they've, again, when it gets to a point they can put their game face out and come out into the world and approach this connection with the sincerity and the seriousness that it requires, something definitely can be worked on here. It does feel like somebody does slightly have their guard up, maybe not trusting that they won't run away in fear again with this Nine of Wands. But the heart space is, again, feeling like, I want to work on this, I want to heal this, I want a successful relationship, I want to build for the future with this Ten of Pentacles. I want to see how old we can get together here with this Ten of Pentacles. This talks about being safe from harm. So this does feel like it's very much a protected connection with the past life energy, and this especially, this relationship has been protected, or this love has been protected throughout time. Okay, from the beginning of time, when your souls connected and met and found each other in some way, this connection has been protected. This also kind of gives me that sense as well, because it's Ten of Pentacles, so it's safe, it's very secure, it's grounded, deeply rooted in something tangible and very real. So it does feel like you can rebuild on this connection, but there has to be some healing involved here. So that way, whatever you build upon in the future can last and be secure for the long term. The fear can be released. No one has to run away anymore. You learn from the lessons of the past with this Nine of Wands, and you're prepared, right? You're ready to give it one more fight. It feels like somebody's really willing to give it one more fight if it means that their person has healed, because the love is there. It says you're safe from harm. So that's also indicating that the connection in itself is safe. Okay, so you can get one more. All right. All right, it says, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. So yeah, that self-examination, does tie into this. Healing the relationship with the self or inner child. You do have to look inside yourself in order to do that. Aha, look at that. Sacred union, honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Well, yeah, this is definitely confirming that, right? It is indeed something very special here. So you do have a sacred union. something that has been established over time, whether it be in the present or in the past. Okay, with this energy here of the Ten of Pentacles, but yeah, definitely something worth building upon. So it kind of feels like your person, their heart, okay, towards you, towards a connection, and one of my candles just went out, but their heart towards you and the connection wants to fight with this Nine of Wands to establish some sense of security again after some healing, relinquish fears, and embrace the connection for what it is, rebuild for what it can be. And this feeling of like wanting someone to feel safe, rebuilding with them. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a song for you. I haven't done this in a few weeks on my channel, but if you're not familiar with my channel, how I do this, basically what I do is I open up my playlist. I have 692 songs in my liked. Okay, I click the shuffle, the song comes down here. The title itself may give you a message, and if the title itself doesn't, give you a message right away, I always say look up the lyrics. But I would say whether the song resonates or connects or not doesn't really matter. It's don't let that rob you of the reading or take away from it in any way. Because if the song doesn't connect, that's fine. Because basically what I've done is just introduced you to some new music, and if you like music as much as I do, that's never a bad thing, right? So let's see if we can get a song to maybe give us additional messages for this reading. Let's see. Let me make sure I have my volume. Yeah, well, I gotta make sure I have my volume all the way down. Okay. So let's see if we can get a song for this reading. All right, what does that say? Tie me down. Oh, they want to lock it down, I guess, in some way. So right away, the title of the song has a message. So it says tie me down. So I don't know. I mean, past life relationships or soul connections like this that are that deeply rooted do kind of feel like you're tied down to someone or with someone. So nonetheless, I would say look at the lyrics, see if you can glean additional messages from it. Yeah, I'm not 100%. I don't recall this song off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure there's lyrics to the song. There are some songs in my playlist that don't have any lyrics at all. I try to steer away from those. There's like maybe 3, and they're in my workout playlist, but nonetheless, I would look this up to see what else you can get from it. Okay, so stack number 4, this is your reading. I'm going to leave you here. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, click that bell for notification to support this channel as well, and so that you never miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box down below. All you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you can book a reading whenever you feel led to. So leaving you here, sending much love to you wherever you are in the world. Please be safe, take care, and keep shining.